let's talk about the internet for a moment. Now, you said earlier that you hop on to VH Links every day and check out with the fans. I think the fans are really curious to hear, what does a Van Halen fan member like you think of all the Van Halen websites and how often you go? And so
I hit the news desk every now, see what's going on there. And like I said, the links, I go on that and check it out. And somebody like my brother or somebody says, hey, you ought to hear what they're saying on Blabbermouth or one of these other places, or whatever. It's like, sometimes they make comments or whatever that it's like, I know aren't true, or I'd like to clarify, but I'm not, I don't want to start jumping into the center of all that stuff. But it's
because if you start chiming in, when do you stop?
Exactly, and that's why I don't even want to get involved with that, But
have you ever posted on it under another name?
No, I never have. That I have never done. I have thought about doing it, or thought about having somebody post for me, like, hey, maybe you should put this down and straighten somebody out about this or whatever. But because once you start doing that, then
it's a full-time job.
Yeah, I get sucked into that. But I do like to read what they're talking about.
And do you check out on YouTube? You go to YouTube and search for Van Halen?
If somebody tells me I do, I don't actively search. I mean, most of the Van Halen stuff that I'll go to YouTube to look at is a lot of the old stuff that I'll see posted on there. There's a lot of stuff like when we were in South America, and like someone will go, hey, check out them doing Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers at Soundcheck in Argentina or something like that, and I'll check that out. I checked out a few of the things from their last tour. Somebody would point me to it, and then I thought, well, I'm not going to make this a daily thing, so I didn't really check.
Was that kind of surreal to see Van Halen footage without you in there?
Yeah, kind of, a little bit.
What did you think about Neil Zlozower's visual history book?
Oh, Neil's book. I love Neil's book. I thought it was great. I spoke to Neil on quite a few times when he was doing that book, and he asked, he actually asked me if I would give him a little quote, and so I sent him a little quote for the book or whatever. It was kind of funny because I guess the preface that Dave did for it, Neil thought it was kind of weird because Dave, sometimes you read stuff of his and
then you look up and say,
my daughter's boyfriend. Look at that. See that? This is what I deal with now. My oldest daughter.
How old is she now?
23. He's 23. But no, I thought it was great. And he told me that he wasn't getting any love or help from those guys on any of this stuff. And I said, hey, Neil, you know what? You're as much a part of this thing. In the early days, he lived with us out on the road, man. I mean, he would be out there for a couple of weeks. I'd come in the lobby and see him sitting there, looking like he hasn't slept in a week, no shirt, whatever. And I go, Neil, you got to go home for a few days, man. You got to rest up, because he was out there shooting, partying, he was almost like a member of the band. And I thought it was the greatest thing when he showed me pictures that he was going to use and stuff like that. And I thought, man, it's going to be the greatest thing. And I think the book is great.
Oh, I love it.
There's some really great pictures. There's some shots of me in there that I'd never seen before. Obviously there's some stuff that we'd never used that he put in there, but I just thought the whole book was great.
Well, I think that Van Halen is one of the most visual bands ever, so they definitely needed to make a coffee table book.
Yeah, well, Neil, he captured a lot of it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he captured it.
And did you read the Ian Christie's Everybody Wants Some yet?
No, I haven't, actually.
I highly recommend it.
Really?
It's really a well-written history. You might even learn some things you didn't know.
Yeah, I'm afraid about that.
And the fans want to ask you.
Is this the guy? Does he do the Sirius Radio thing?
Yes.
The VanHalenStore thing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Every now and then he pulls an interesting oldie out of the hat to play that I haven't heard. Obviously either a bootleg or just a.
I don't know how he gets away with it, but yeah.
I don't know where he finds some of this stuff. My relationship, with the Hard Rock cafes now and stuff like that. A few years back or whatever, I sold it to them because they offered to pay for it. But I sold them my Hot for Teacher suit that I still had, and I've given them numerous guitars, whatever, because I look at some of my stuff now and I go, wow, at this point, I'd like to put it out there so the fans can enjoy it and see some of this stuff and whatever. Why keep it locked away? Just why keep all this footage and great stuff locked away? Okay, great. Maybe eventually it'll sometime come out, but we'll all be dead, and it's like, wow, it'd be kind of nice to see the fans enjoy it.
Right. Yeah.
So I have no idea, but personally, I do that now. I mean, I've given the Hard Rock guys stuff, and it's like, hey, fans would love to check this out. My Jack bass, my original Jack Daniels bass at the Hall of Fame right now. on loan there, and I was going to negotiate with Hard Rock they were going to buy my second Jack Daniels bass. I mean, we haven't done that yet, but if something like that happens, I'll do something really special with it. But it'd be cool to have that out there where the fans can actually go, wow, shit, there's Jack Daniels bass that he wore when he was swinging up.
Right, that's such a classic bass, and the fans want to know, are you ever going to team up with Jack Daniels and do a line of Jack Daniels basses?
You know what, I wanted to keep it, I've actually had, well, not specifically Yamaha, but Peavey actually came to me, and knowing that I'm endorsing Yamaha, and they actually came to me about doing a line of Jack Daniels guitars, like a limited thing, and they go, well, hey, you know, Yamaha won't get mad, it's like a special deal, like you're, I said, yeah, well, but I endorse these guys. But you know what, it was like, I could do that and try to make some money off it, that'd be the only reason. I'd rather keep it special thing that I played, you know. I really have no desire to go out and try to make any money off doing something like that anyway. And I know I've autographed Jack Daniels basses that people have built. I've had guitar builders build that look like mine, you know. But as far as officially licensing something like that, I never, you know, to me it's like, if I ever did it, I mentioned it with Yamaha, we talked about it, but it would be so exclusive, like maybe a run of 500 or something like that, and that would be it. Right now, Yamaha, we're working on a new signature model of mine that's going to be well under $1,000 that everybody can afford. It's like, you know, the guys that are really out there working hard, the guys that play in the clubs and whatever, you know. I don't, why build a signature bass that only guys with a lot of money can afford? You know, I want to design something that the guy who's working 5 nights a week in a club can afford. And we're working on a really cool model right now.
That's great.
But if the situation was right, yeah, but it would definitely not be for money issues.
And those mini basses that you're making are cool.
That was, the mini bassing was kind of a trip how that came about, because every now and then Brad Starks, Bobo, does my website. We're really good buddies. And he always, you know, tells me or my daughter's boyfriend or whatever and say, hey, man, you see these guys are selling Jack Daniels basses, and I'm like going, wow, and there's a lot of stuff on eBay, and you know, a couple of them outright, they got my name on it and whatever, and I'm like, you know, and I could hunt them all down and shut them all down or whatever, which, you know, I'm not really that into, but I started thinking, wow, you know, actually maybe I should find one of these guys and just do my own Jack Daniels bass that's actually from me. If these guys are going to do this anyway. And guy Jason, he runs Axe Oven, and all of a sudden we started talking about, hey, why don't we just do a few of your guitars and just do like a thing? And I thought, hey, you know, actually that'd be a cool idea. So, you know, we got a couple different packages that we're going to put together. We're going to do a thing where you can buy them all, and with my autograph picture and stuff like that we're working on right now. But I just thought, hey, if they're all going to do that, I'll just put mine on. Why don't I just do it? And you know.
Yeah, you do a lot of things just for fun, like.
Yeah, I'm not making thousands of dollars.
No,
so I don't even care about that.
Right.
It's just kind of cool that you know.